Hey guys, it's Vittoria's EO3 or Cody Wilson, and today we have another unboxing of the Legends Elite Collection Series 29, which includes Curt Henning, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Rob Van Dam, and of course, the British Bulldog. So without further ado today, guys, let's go ahead and unbox these figures. Okay, so up first we have the British Bulldog, and just looking at this figure, I can tell I already really like it. I like the design for the British Bulldog. We have the little bulldog right there. I don't know if the camera will focus a little bit. There we go. I like the hair, the connection hair. It really captures the British Bulldog and how he was back in the 90s and the 80s. And then we also have the famous, the little knee pads with the, I forget what the boots stripes are. But the boots are really good. I wish, though, however, they did include Matilda, the Bulldog, but unfortunately there is no Matilda. But overall, I'd rate this about a 8 out of 10. Very good figure for the British Bulldog. So next up, let's get to Bobby the Brain Heenan. Up next, we do have Bobby the Brain Heenan, and looking at this figure, again, I can tell they did an amazing job, especially with the red design, and just like the vinyl itself is amazing, especially for the Brain. Rest in peace. We have his famous hairstyle. We have the famous bow tie. We have the famous vinyl. I think it's a vinyl. I can't remember. I'm not really that into it. But overall, I really like this character. Again, if you're a collector like me and you want to look for in the 90s. Next up on the list, we have the legendary Curt Henning. And this figure alone, just the nostalgia it brings back to me from when I was a childhood. From when I was in my childhood. And I was just looking at him. He has a classic World Heavyweight Championship belt. He has the famous, infamous towel. And then he has his famous, infamous, if it focuses, the green shirt. But just alone, I'd say I like it because, his mullet, especially as a kid, I liked mullets. So just Mr. Perfect or Curt Henning alone was super amazing. I heard, however, though, he was kind of mean in real life. But rest in peace, Curt Henning or Mr. Perfect. But overall, this figure is really good. I like the design. Again, I really like it because the classic World Heavyweight Championship belt. So overall, I'd probably give this figure a 8 out of 10. And last but not least, we have the whole damn show. We have the man who helped build ECW. We have Rob Van Dam, and the briefcase is opening up. That's okay. So just looking at this figure. I am a big fan of Rob Van Dam. I really liked getting this figure. And him including the Money in the Bank when he first won the Money in the Bank is just an amazing detail, an amazing touch. It won't close for some reason. But just the detail on even the Money in the Bank, if you can see Mr. Money in the Bank, Rob Van Dam. And then his attire alone, we have the classic red and I believe the teeth, and just the back of itself, it's one of a kind. Just an amazing figure to have of Rob Van Dam. I'd say, for me personally, it's one of his best figures he's ever had. But I could be wrong. But overall, just this figure alone, I really love. Not because I'm just a fan of Rob Van Dam, but because it is very high quality and very well detailed. So I'd probably give this a 9 out of 10. And with that was every single action figure in that series. Again, with Curt Henning, British Bulldog, Bobby the Brain Heenan, and my favorite, Rob Van Dam. Now, if you would like to collect these yourself, then you go ahead and go to ringsidecollectibles.com, and you can hopefully order them still online there. I haven't checked yet, but hopefully they should still be available. If not, you can go to your local Target or anywhere that really sells action figures that they'll have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.